What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to DriveHub, and in today's video, we're gonna start modding the C6 Corvette. So if you've been following along with the channel for a little while, then a few weeks back, you'll know that we drove down to Maryland to pick up this 2006 C6 Corvette for my brother. And some of you are probably like, wait a second, that's clearly a Z06, but it's actually not. This is a 2006 C6 base coupe with the Z06 front bumper and Z06 wide body. So in today's video, we're gonna be doing a very simple modification to the C6 Corvette to improve the drivability at night. If you own a C6 Corvette, then you probably know just how bad the fog lights, well, let's be kind and say suck. So we're gonna be installing Sharplight Innovations LED fog lights. Sharplight makes some of the best aftermarket lighting for C5 and C6 Corvettes. But the install for C6 Corvette fog lights should be much easier than the C5. And as always, I'll be sure to include a link down in the description below for these fog lights, so you can be sure to check them out and get them for your C6 Corvette. First things first, we're gonna climb into the car. Turn it on quick. So we're gonna be installing the driver's side first. That means we're gonna turn the steering wheel all the way to the right. Now, because this Corvette, even though it's a base coupe, it does have the Z06 front bumper on it. It does have this mud guard, splash guard type thing on it. So we're gonna have to remove that, and it comes off with these T15 Torx. We're gonna remove all of those and see if we can push it back enough to access the fog light. Now once you remove that hardware, you can just peel this back, the light in there so you can see it. And right here is your fog light. You're gonna turn it to the left and pull it out of its socket, and then we're gonna plug in the new one. So now you have the old fog light bulb out here. You are gonna have to unplug the electrical connector right there. I'm not sure if I was able to capture it on camera. Now we're gonna take the Sharplight Innovations fog light. Here's the same exact connector that we just pulled off of the old bulb. As you can see right there, here's the old bulb. Here's the new one. So we're gonna go ahead, plug this back into the same connector that this one came out of. Then we're gonna put this bulb in the same exact way that we pulled the other one out, but we're gonna put it in, press it in a little bit, and turn it to the right. So now the connector's in place. They're clicked together. Make sure that they snap together like so. Make sure your bulb is threaded in correctly and doesn't have any play. Now we're gonna test it to make sure if it's working. Start it up. Can already see a world of difference. Now already from in here you can see just how much brighter and wider of a pattern the LED fog light from Sharplight Innovations creates over the stock Corvette one. So now that we know the light is working, we can go ahead and reinstall the torque bolts that hold this splash guard on. All right guys, so now that the driver's side fog light is in and working properly, we're gonna switch to the passenger side, and it's actually the exact same install process as the driver's side, except for now we're gonna hop in the car and turn the wheels to the driver's side so that we can access the hardware to remove the splash guard. Alright guys, so both of the Sharplight Innovations LED fog lights are in and working properly, and from those night shots you can see just how much more light there is compared to the factory fog lights. And these things were actually incredibly easy to install. Very hard to film, but very easy to install. If you don't have to jumble around cameras and microphones like I had to do, it should only take you 5 minutes aside, if that. So this is a relatively inexpensive mod to do. It's very simple to do. You can probably do it yourself if you're somewhat handy. And you can see, well, just how much more you can see on the road at night when you're driving with these on. So again, I'll include a link for these Sharplight Innovations fog lights down in the description below so you can be sure to check them out. And once again, a massive shout out to George from Sharplight Innovations for hooking me up with these. Be sure to check these out and get a set for your C6 Corvette. Tell him Jake from DriveHub sent you. But that's it for me today. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Happy motoring.